Aloha folks, and welcome to today's video. Wow, this is a very dynamic month with regard to astral energies. The new moon in Libra on October 6th is in a day and a half. Right now, Pluto is retrograde, but it will be stationary, won't be moving on the new moon. And then about a week or so after, Saturn, who's also moving backwards, will stop, be stationary, and start moving forwards. And then on October 19th, both Mercury and Jupiter, who are also both moving backwards, will station and start moving forwards. And then on the 20th, we'll have our full moon in Aries. Wow, what a lot of things going from inner working, retooling, rebooting, upgrading to now taking those upgrades and moving forward. So there's a thing about retrograde is you go over a part and that part you went over, it really didn't work. So you have to go backwards and fix that particular part. And then you can go forwards. And so you actually go over a lesson 3 times. The first time when it didn't really work. The second time when you were looking at the inner workings to fix and upgrade and update it. And then the third time, it's taking that version 2.0 choo-choo train over your version 2.0 train tracks. Goofy. So here's our conjunction of the moon and sun, but also we happen to have Mars over here. So we are really planting some seeds to achieve. There are things within our relationship to ourself, as expressed in whatever house it falls in, but really the relationship to ourself, with ourself, the reasons why we're here on this planet. We are planting new seeds, and we are going to really make sure that they're targeted towards what we can achieve in this life, in this world. And it has to do with becoming more honest with ourselves. Who are you? Who are you? I asked that already with Leo, but it's important to ask that again with Aries. And why am I saying that? I'm saying that because Aries, over here we have both Chiron and Eris in Aries. Chiron, as you can see, is making an opposition to both the sun and moon, but also Mars, because Mars is part of this conjunction. And it's a 4-degree opposition, but by whole sign, it's still there. Eris is making an opposition to Haumea. So we've got a lot going on in this axis. And Libra is saying the root of who you are is based upon the relationship that you have with your soul, your higher self, with God. And you have to ground what you experience as a result of your relationship with yourself. How do you ground that? Well, you need to be honest, first off. Is that what happened? Did my soul really tell me that? Do I really feel these feelings? Are these feelings that I feel, are they real? How do I express them? I felt something from my relationship with myself and I did this. Is that really what I wanted? Did I actually feel what I thought I would feel as a result of expressing what I truly feel? I mean, that's the question of Aries. So there's a seed being planted, a need to achieve, a need to really get who you are out there. Who are you really? Because you have the opportunity to get honest and see. Well, Chiron is classically called your wounds, but I have been working with Chiron lately, and I really think that Chiron is working with the wound in the sense that Chiron is a force of potential reconciliation. Chiron wants to find a balance between his father's Saturnian energy, in which things need to last for tomorrow, and his grandfather's Uranian energy of now is all that is and all that matters. Chiron has his own unique set of disciplinary methods in order to bring magic into the now that isn't always accepted. And it's that lack of acceptance that can hurt. So those hurts are becoming very visible right now. And what's also becoming visible with regard to this Eris-Haumea opposition is that we are able to see how those hurts are connected, and we are able to see how we can make life find a way. And I watched Jurassic Park last night. So Haumea is the Hawaiian goddess that has all these babies from all over the place, all over her body, I mean, other than her womb. But to me, the moral of that story is life will find a way. And Eris is the goddess of chaos, strife, and is it not disorder, but whatever, chaos and strife. Discord, not disorder. Wow, Discord, because Discord is also like, let's have a chat. Anyway, if you are familiar with the mythology of Eris, then you would know that the result of the golden apple and her not being invited to the party was the Trojan War, and then the Iliad and Odysseus's adventures. So people get all hung up on the adventures of Odysseus in the Iliad or in the Odyssey, and they get all hung up on Achilles and Paris of Troy and Helen and Cassandra. And the root of it all is Eris. And the moral of that story, it seems to be that everything is connected. Everything is connected. And if you don't respect that, if you don't recognize that and take care of all the little connections, then you will have chaos. Then you will have discord. Then you have strife, because something really important has been forgotten. And that cannot happen. If you don't, and you actually cross all your T's and dot all your I's, Eris will be happy and things will flow. She's about flow, because when everything is connected and all the gates are open, things are flowing. If everything's connected and half the gates are closed, you're going to have traffic. So there is this potential for so much newness. Haumea, rebirth, but we have a new moon, which isn't a type of birth. We have a lot of energy shifting because Pluto's changing directions, Saturn's changing directions soon. Jupiter and Mercury are changing directions the day before the full moon. So really a good time to contemplate what's been happening over the last 6 months increments. What have been areas where you have not been able to get your magic out, and how have those areas that you haven't been able to get magic out, what parts of yourself have you neglected? What parts of yourself have you been getting honest with? And how can you integrate that honesty into these seeds that you're trying to plant? Because you're really here to bring something magical. Each of us is. And this is a configuration saying that let's really bring something with a level of clarity. And it can be healing. It can make us more whole. I mean, when you start to address the issues of Eris and you look at those things that have been forgotten, that are causing chaos, you become more whole. And isn't that the point of relationship? We break ourselves. In essence, all that is, the great everything was so bored because it was alone, it broke itself so that it could have fun coming back together again. Isn't that what relationship is? We're breaking everything so we can have all this joy of coming back together. So what seeds? Where are your seeds that you need to plant to come back together with you? Thank you.